Hey pickers, welcome back to my channel, the Vintage Pickin' Mama. I just wanted to say thank you to Fancy Flea again. If y'all watched our last video, you know that we covered one of Central Florida's biggest flea market events, Fancy Flea. I want to say thank you to Lori Powell and her team for allowing us to come as media and giving us media passes. This was our first year covering the event and just had a blast. So thank you to everyone that we interviewed. All the vendors were so nice. I hope that y'all will keep in touch. We can come and visit some of y'all's mortar and brick stores, or maybe even keep in touch for other events. So thanks so much. And what I wanted to talk about tonight, first of all, welcome to Mama Monday. If y'all have been with me since the beginning, you know that Mama Monday is just a time when we get together on Monday nights while I'm cooking dinner for my family, and we just talk about life or decor, inspiration, or whatever's going on in life. So tonight we're gonna talk about life. I wanted to talk about a nastiogram. Yep, a nastiogram that I recently got, and I call it a nastiogram because y'all, somebody kind of sent me, I get some great comments and some great messages, so this one was quite a surprise. Somebody sent me a message that was just a little bit mean. Someone sent me a message telling me that you are not a Southern girl. You act too Southern. Stop saying y'all. You did not grow up in the South. You grew up in California. You are not Southern just because you live here. So, you know, I'm thick-skinned. I'm a big girl. That's fine. But this one kind of bugged me. I really spent some time being like, So rather than respond directly to that person, I'm gonna respond here. So hopefully they're watching. You're welcome to your opinion, but I just wanted to address that. So first of all, no y'all, I did not grow up in the South. I grew up in California. Southern California. No, but seriously, I grew up in California. I'm originally from a little town called Thousand Oaks, which is right between LA and Santa Barbara. So it's a gorgeous little town. You get that small town vibe, but you're close to the city. It was a really wonderful place to grow up. But I did grow up with someone really special to me. I grew up in the same home as my very Southern grandma, whom I call Mama, and she is still rocking and kicking at 87. She's gonna turn this Thanksgiving, she'll be 87, and she is a Southern lady to her bones. She grew up in West Virginia, and my mom and I lived with her and my grandpa Papa for a very long time. I considered their house home right up until they sold it just a couple years ago. And I grew up with her. So, you know, I just wanted to address that. She taught me everything there is to know about the South. She really wanted to instill in me good Southern manners. She always told me the importance of acting like a lady, and everything with her was about our Southern history and our Southern roots. My mom is a big fan of genealogy, and she's a big fan of Ancestry.com. We've actually traced our family heritage way before the Civil War, and we have ancestors that fought in the Civil War and were Confederate soldiers, and even we have a couple generals that we're related to. So my grandmother, my mama, was saying things to me like y'all, and talking about okra, and she pronounces things a little differently. She always had that Southern twang to her voice. It wasn't a sandwich, it was a sandwich. It wasn't Saturday, it was Saturday. She was always saying this. She taught me about hush puppies and okra and cornbread and Frito pie and how to make beans the right way and fried chicken. And one of the reasons I love to cook, and just everything about me has really been influenced by her. She told me a lot of stories about her parents and her dad, who was a coal miner, and her brothers growing up in the South. And it was just a big part of my life. So even though I was, and still am, a California girl at heart, I was saying y'all when I was working at the mall. I remember telling, you know, folks as they came by, my manager would tell me when I was a teenager, okay, go tell people coming into our store. And I'd say, y'all want to come into our store? And they'd look at me and say, what? So that's just me. That's just who I am. And when I married my college sweetheart and we had our son Gable, we decided that we were going to move from California because it just wasn't, you know, it's a really expensive place to live. And we just really decided that we wanted a different type of culture, and where we were living, we wanted something a little bit different. I love California and I do miss things about it, but the South has really become my home. We moved when my son was only about 3 months old, and we've now lived in what, you know, most people call the Deep South for over 10 years. So now I have to say, I am more familiar as an adult with traveling to Savannah, which is my favorite vacation spot, and to Raleigh and to Charleston, you know, up and down the Carolinas and to Louisiana and New Orleans and all of these southern places, you know, then I haven't really been back to the West Coast in quite some time. So it kind of hurt me, that comment, because, you know, I think one of the things about the South that I love so much is it's about hospitality and friendships and connection and making people your family. You know, that is part of Southern culture. And even though, you know, the California girl lives within me, the Southern girl lives in here too. And when I'm saying y'all, or, you know, I'm just being myself. That's always been me. You know, growing up with my mama, that's just who she was. And, you know, I'm a lot like her, and that just lives within me too. So I'm just gonna be myself, and the person who said that comment, bless your heart. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So I was gonna talk a little bit tonight about coast to coast style, but I really wanted to get some pictures to show y'all what I was talking about. And I've been watching a lot of movies. It's been raining a lot here today. So my son is with my mom today, having some grandma time. And I was watching some movies, and I was really thinking about how I've been inspired and how I think all of us have been inspired by the movies we watch, and some great examples of California style, West Coast style, East Coast style, and Southern style. But I really want to work on that a little bit, because I was getting really, really excited when I was watching some of these movies that are what I consider like movies. You know, do y'all ever have those movies that you pause because you're like, how did they get their house to look like that? You know, I love a movie like that. There are a couple of movies that I think are great, inspirational, better than a magazine to look at and really get a sense of a cohesive style. So we're going to talk about that in our next post. And I'm also getting ready to head out to some holiday markets. I'm really, really excited that it's almost Christmas. And I'm just so, you know, I call my Aunt Barbie the Christmas queen, because we just share this love of Christmas. So I guess I'm the Christmas princess. And if you're like me, I am so excited to see what our local antique vendors and markets have in store for us for Christmas. And I'm really excited to do an unboxing and maybe like stop and do a little Christmas haul somewhere. I'm also excited to maybe set up some things to get out of Florida and head out to some other states to see what other treats are in store for us. But it's too soon to talk about that, so we'll keep that on the back burner until everything is ready to go and confirmed. So I just want to say thank you to all of our subscribers. I noticed that we've been getting more and more subscribers and more comments. I'm just really excited, y'all. I love talking about antiques. I love vintage. My grandparents owned an antique store, and I have been selling antiques for over 10 years in and around Southern Florida. And that's how this all got started. And this is my passion in life. So I appreciate the support. I look forward to our next stops and where we're going to be going. So thanks y'all so much. I'll see you at the Pickin' place.